Hey everyone, lots of love and regards to each one of you, and a very warm welcome to all the new subscribers, and a special thank you to all the old subscribers who are managing to locate my channel again and find me again and subscribe again. It really means a lot to me, and I know that it may seem foolish to some of you that I ended up deleting a channel that had about 6,000 subscribers. But honestly, guys, sometimes a hurt becomes so huge that I'm really not a commercial or a greedy person or someone who is running behind increasing my subscribers count. So honestly, what matters to me is that I always operate from my heart. If something appeals to me, I do it. If I have a message to share, I say it. I don't have any fixed agendas or timelines. I am purely, from day one when I began my channel 2 years ago, and then I deleted it and now I'm back again. These are things in life, but what I strongly believe is that if you are honest, sincere, and true to your path, the people who are meant to come in your life, they will always stay connected. And all the soul family that I have managed to have in my life through this platform, YouTube, I'm extremely, extremely grateful beyond words. So, whether you contact me for readings, whether you send me your loving emails, or now that you are managing to find me again and subscribe again, these things mean a lot to me. So, a huge thank you for that. It's right now in the middle of the night, literally, it's 3:33 a.m. on 31st July as I'm speaking to all of you. With a cup of coffee, of course. And I have to say that the energies have been extremely intense, not just, in the last few days, but for me personally, what happens is that whenever there are some major flares, solar flares hitting the earth, or whenever there's a major astrological event happening, just few days before that, it starts impacting me a lot. So I have definitely been deeply impacted. At first, it was to such an extent that I ended up feeling terribly hurt. I deleted my channel. Then I fell sick for the last, for 2 days. I was in the hospital. I have just few days ago managed to get all tests done. And I'm extremely grateful to all those of you who are connecting with me for readings and who continue to approach me for the readings and healings. So thank you very much for that. And it goes without saying that I will never stop my work. Okay. Now, more than the reading, I just wanted to check on the overall energies for the month of August 2019. And the first thing that I want to say is that, by citing my example of falling sick or being in the hospital or being terribly let down, I'm not trying to gain sympathy, but I'm trying to let you know that you are not alone. Me, you, we are all sailing in the same boat, but gone are the days when we have no control over our situation, because now we are stepping into those energies and those timelines and those months ahead that want us, each one of us, to see ourselves as our own superhero. And that's right, I want every twin flame to become their own superhero, to become your own savior, and not rely on any XYZ person to come and save you, or to see yourself as a hopeless victim who's, suffering in life. One thing that I can assure you is that this is a very, very powerful and a very intense phase wherein a lot of us are being tested to our core. Some of the things that we thought we have healed, or perhaps, one thing that's coming across very strongly is that many of the twins who got comfortable leading a specific type of life, your world, and this applies more for, let's say, the highly stubborn twins, or the twins who are aware that certain thing needs to change in their life, but they are still not doing anything about it or not taking any action. This month of August 2019, which is continuing from July, from the previous month, the energies are pushing us like in a hell lot of a powerful way to just basically light the fire under our butt, if I may just say so, because that's how intense it is. It's like the universe no more wants you to sit down in one place, and it's like get up and get going. If something has been bothering you for years and you have been stuck on taking an action about a person, about an issue in your life, it could be moving to a new city, relocating, starting life from scratch, taking a divorce, or coming to face with your deepest fears. This is what this month is all about. So one thing that I can say for sure is that the energies are going to be intense. They will continue to be intense. If you have been feeling hopeless, down in the dumps, crying out of the blues, feeling anxious, restless, and feeling like, the burdens are just seeming to multiply in number, and you're feeling fearful and how things are going to work out, I can assure you that you're not alone. There are a lot of people right now who are feeling this way. But more than the cards that I drew, which clearly show that there is a lot of feeling of hopelessness right now, and a lack of love within, or feeling unwanted. These kind of feelings might be cropping up, or uncertainty about the future. Honestly, guys, you have nothing to worry, because as this is just like a powerful phase which wants to shake us up completely so that we can actually progress into our life. And this is such a powerful time. Honestly, I had my channel running from 2 years. In the 2 years, I always gave messages of what we can do to, let's say, what the energies look like, or what are the things we can do to come into a positive high vibrational state, and what's happening with the twin flame collective. But now, going forward, the message is all about coming into your true power. You don't have to rely on any outside force to complete you, whether it is through a healer, through a reader, through any kind of information that completes you or makes you feel like, validated. That's not happening right now. So, this moment onwards, you all have to tell yourself that going forward, I have to think nothing negative, because I am a being of light. God is with me, my soul family is with me. No matter how many times I fall, I will stand back up again. Nothing is going to defeat me. I'm facing my fears, and that's what the attitude has to be. Yes, there are certain people who will always approach readers like me for readings or for healings, which is fine. And as a genuine, authentic twin flame, it is our duty to guide people who connect with us to the best of our ability with great accuracy, clarity. But having said that, any kind of reading or any kind of guidance is an absolute waste if you don't make the most out of it. Now, in the month of August, what I feel is that people with really, really hardcore issues, such as huge religious age difference or cultural difference, same sex twin flames, the fear of sexuality, or, twins being of the same sex, and let's say being married and having opposing families, or controlling people who are really putting you down, whatever is these biggest fears of yours, that is what is going to be addressed upon in this specific month and the months ahead. And it's all about learning to put your foot down and do what is right for your growth, for your happiness. Because you know no matter how much we heal, we cannot heal people, unless we have healed ourselves. So any twin flame couple, or any person, whether you're a masculine or a feminine, you need to understand that, you know till the time you haven't mastered your own life and your own fears, if you don't see yourself as worthy, you cannot expect your twin to see you in the 3D in a higher light. Now, I have to say that as twin flames, the real and true twin flames, they always love one another. They are always connected to one another. So maybe even if you don't contact them physically through a text or a chat or a call, But the way you feel, internally, that is always picked by your twin flame, okay, no matter which part of the world they may be in, and whether they acknowledge this connection or not, it is by default understood, and it should be understood that they feel you in every emotion that you undergo, okay? Which is why, as feminine twins, or as any twin who listens to this message, it is so important to make your own growth and your own happiness your priority. Like in my case, I have been wanting to move out for the longest time, and I did it long ago, about 2 years ago. But then I was pulled back because I had to heal certain issues related to my parents, related to my sister, related to forgiveness. But now the messages that I'm receiving in the last few days, and the reason I felt terribly sick, or I had to go through all these back to back hurts and issues all over again, is a huge shake-up for me, which is letting me know that, Molly, now you have, you know, crossed way beyond your limits of forgiveness, patience, and understanding, displaying all your love and unconditional support to every damn person but yourself. So please make yourself your priority and move out at the earliest. And therefore, my top priority, I have two top priorities, which is my health, my well-being, and my move, which I have already begun working upon. And fingers crossed, by next month, by mid-August, keep me in your prayers. I want to, go ahead and do this for myself. And I know for a fact that, the difference between twin flames back 2 years ago and twin flames now is that, if this situation would have occurred 2 years ago, you would have doubts in your head that, how will I manage? How will I survive? How can I take such a huge step? Who will support me? But the energies of the eclipse and the shakeups that are happening in the moment in the month of August, they are such that they are empowering us to say that, so what if there is a problem? So what if there is an uncertainty? I will go ahead because I know I am supported, because I know that as I take one step forward, the doors will begin opening up for me and nothing can stop me now. So you see, there is a whole shift in the paradigm, in the way of thinking. And if you're a true twin flame, you have to master this, and you have to tell yourself this, and you have to make sure that anytime a negative thought crops up, you don't have to entertain that. Just sit with that feeling, sit with that emotion, understand what it's trying to tell you, and just let it go. Whether you feel like crying, whether you feel like sleeping, resting, I know that the energies are very intense. It can make you really emotional and very, very vulnerable. And we are all human at the end of the day in our 3D bodies. So it is very important that you go through whatever emotion comes, but then do your best to come back into a grounded state. So, some of the things that you have to do in the month of August is to start having clear plans about your life ahead. Focus only on how you're going to achieve it, who's going to help you out, whether you do it alone, single handedly, all by yourself, or you have to arrange for funds or whatever it is. Think of the 10 different solutions that you have to focus on rather than the problem. Do not entertain any negative thought. If you are in separation, just know that your twin needs to go through their path and their lessons, which they will learn in their due timing. As long as you're doing your best, you will be guided, okay? And there's nothing to worry at all. These are primarily the messages that are coming across. And as I say that, it's 1414. And when I look at the spread specifically, all I can say is that many of the twins have heard or united at some level. And while those who are currently in a 3D separation, like I said, there is a strong love and a mutual love and mutual desire for one another, and a need to, meet up, give this relationship a chance. However, there is just a lot of sadness and the last bit of karmic cleansing that's happening at this point in time. And by the way, it's not just related to this life. The wounds that are coming up at this point in time, they are also uh, in a way triggers from your past lives. You know, you may have lived a lot of past lives wherein you were sexually abused or you were abandoned, and maybe you had huge issues with your mother, and in this life maybe your mother is your father, and people are there to put you down or harm you in some way, emotionally, physically, financially. And or there are certain vows of poverty that you took in your previous lifetimes. So, what I'm trying to say is that this is going to be an extremely powerful month for every twin flame, no matter what stage of growth or what stage of spirituality you're on. And so, what we need to understand is that these are some really, really deep and very big hurts that are coming to the surface, and hence the feeling of hopelessness or dealing with the feeling of unrequited love. Some days you might even not understand why you are so sad, and these are such deep, intense emotions that some days you may not even know where the emotions are coming from. They may not seem yours. So, what you have to do is to, like I said, try your level best to see these as learnings, the outcome as forgiving and learning, and religious factors. Like I said, this is a very significant month for especially same sex twin flames, and also for people with certain extreme differences in your twin flame path. Now, the difference could be on account of extreme religious backgrounds, or a huge age gap, or like I said, addressing the sexuality. And one twin is perhaps okay with the accepting to the idea of a same sex twin flame, while the other may be absolutely fearful about it. So whatever it is, please use this month as a catalyst to make the right choice, because the outcome looks again very promising, which is the Lover's card, followed by the Thinking Woman, which is number 29, and that boils down to number 11. And you can express a lot of unresolved hurt coming to the surface. Maybe you could end up having some sort of arguments with loved ones. If at all anyone is trying to trigger you, do your best to not engage in any kind of arguments. That would be the best strategy. But at the same time, if someone is unnecessarily triggering you or trying to insult you, abuse you, or put you down, then make sure you draw your boundaries, because learning to set boundaries and stand up for yourself, and like I said, becoming your own superhero, that's the theme for the month of August 2019. So you have nothing to worry, and I sincerely hope and pray that together we heal, together we vibe, and together we rise and win above every challenge, because the option to lose does not exist. We are all extremely powerful. You are all very gifted. Start focusing on how to use your brains, your gifts, and your wonderful, wonderful, qualities that you can bring into this world and share with others. That is what your focus is. So I hope and pray that you, me, and anyone listening to this message, and any twin flame out there, finds all the strength to move forward on their path. And we are going to come out of this in ways that are beyond your own imagination. Okay? So I send you so much love. Please don't lose faith, stay strong. And anyone guided to connect with me, you can get in touch with me through my email ID, which is twinflamebuddha@gmail.com. I just want to quickly mention that I have disabled my Fiverr account, because honestly, guys, it was my very honest and sincere attempt to offer low cost readings to twin flames. However, I encountered a lot of weird people who just, when they see that the readings are so low cost, they don't bother to read the instructions, and they end up blindly purchasing gigs, and they don't even read instructions. And I really don't appreciate that, because I'm extremely busy. not just because of the readings, but also in my personal life. And I have to focus on a lot of aspects, like I said. So I will be extremely grateful if you please read through the About section and all the details, all the four sections of my website before you connect with me. And I will do my best to always guide you to the best of my ability with accuracy, with clarity. And on that note, I end my message, and I send you all so much love. Look after yourself, and wishing you all a happy month of August 2019. Take care, guys. Lots of love, and don't forget to be your own superhero. All right. Bye.